And I always carry all kinds of different types of blades, and I'm only going to cut a little bit off of there, but I carry, see, a 3/4 length. Look how long this blade is here. Have I even used that for a while? No, I haven't, but you never know when you're going to need something this long. Or like this, I could use that, but I think I can use something in here, and I've got some of these that are brand spanking new. I'm not going to use one of my new ones just yet, if I can get by with using one of my old ones. And this one I can tell, well, I'm actually looking through the camera lens. This one looks nice and sharp. I only have to cut that plywood, and sometimes you can even cut that with metal cutting blade. In fact, when I had to make some notches on that wood, I would use a metal cutting blade, and that's what I had. That's what I had in my saw initially, and I cut the plywood out with that. You know, but I'm gonna try, instead of that, I'm gonna try this one here. This one. Oh, there's two of them here. See? Let's see which one is the sharper of the two. See how this one here, I've used this so much it's eating the teeth off here, and I'll use that when I cut sheetrock or something like that. This one would be hard pressed to cut through there because the teeth are missing pretty much the edges from here to about there. But I still keep that, and see, this one is still in good shape. See how the teeth are still there all the way down. I'm gonna use this one here. Okay, I always kind of look at stuff before I just start whacking away. Okay, and these work out pretty slick nowadays. You just pull on that, and that releases this, so that I can, let's see here, push that out all the way and fit that in there. Make sure it's in, pull on it. And the good thing with these is you can put it in that direction, or you can flip it around the other direction, you know. So depending how you need it, you can cut like that. But see, if I were to use that, it's already angling the wrong direction, and the rest of my saw might get in the way because I've got to get up there. I've got to get up there that way instead of cutting like that. So I want my blade, I'm going to actually flip this around the other direction. Pull on it, make sure you're in there. And then in order to use it, I've got to push this button before I turn the trigger on, actually. See, right now the trigger is in the locked position unless I press one of the sides. So whether or not you're right or left-handed, push on that. Once you have it on and you keep your finger on it, this is not going to pop out. You can let go of your thumb or your finger. You don't have to keep that pressed in as you're trying to make your cut. Just start it that way and then go. Okay. So I'm gonna try to get up in there and chop those off that way. That's my next step. You got to get one of these sawzalls. They've got all kinds. You don't have to get them from Ryobi. That's just what I got. They've got all kinds of different brands, and they even have. This is the battery operated. This is a battery operated one with a lithium battery. It's 18-volt lithium battery, and that runs all your other battery operated Ryobi tools. And I think nowadays they even have a more powerful battery than this size, and they even have sawzalls you can get that have the cord that you have to use with your extension cord or something like that. But if you're going to use a sawzall, let's say you're going to use a sawzall for 3 or 4 hours or something, you might want to, if you have a choice, you know, I've got we've got another Sawzall with the extension cord end. I'll use that and drag that around. It's a little bit more heavy duty too. Usually these are a little bit more lightweight. This one is pretty lightweight. It's not a heavy duty Sawzall by any means, but it gets the trick done on the different little projects that I need. If I was doing construction nowadays and using Sawzalls all the time on a construction job site and chopping different things out, I would get a heavier Sawzall, maybe the cord type. Okay, but look around, there's many to choose from. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to get over there and get this done, right? Try to not knock over the camera or anything. See if I can get over here to this back one first. Get that rock moved out of here. And I see there's a big skeleton of a rat that used to live here years ago. Let's see. It's like sometimes I get into your attic or your crawl space underneath the house and then they forget how to get out. Okay. I'm gonna have to try to cut this plywood without hitting this duct. Let's see what we can do here. Trying to take this out without being able to cut it from the bottom because this pipe is in my way. Oh, it seems like it should come out of there. There it goes. There it is. Okay. See, now once I take this plywood off of here, once I put it back, I can put this back and re-nail it up there or whatever. Okay. Here's my first thing. And see, I've got a 2x6 right there too. So I was hoping that 2x6 might have been over here and nothing there so that I can crawl through there. That's going to be kind of tough in itself. Okay, now to cut this one off. Same thing. Okay, now I got to get the back side of this. Good Lord. Or I might have to, maybe I can reach up this way through there. Maybe like that. See, I might need that longer blade, huh? Next to the longer blade that I have. And this blade isn't really that sharp either. I can tell that. I'm only cutting through 3/8 or 1/2 inch USB plywood or wafer board, whatever you want to call it. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do, just for the sake of argument, is get my other blade. My other blade. I'll keep the short one over there too, maybe. Whew. All right. I'll keep the camera rolling. Rolling. Keep the camera rolling. Okay. I'll use my 3/4 length one. Let's see. I can't get up in there a little bit more easily. Years ago they had sawzalls where you have to pull this out and put it back in and then tighten it up. Tighten up the little screw with an Allen wrench. What a pain, right? And then some sawzalls years ago, you could only put the blade in one direction, the direction I don't normally use. Like this flat area to get right up next to the wall. See, if I would need to cut flat up against the wall, and if I had it this way, this is in the way and I'm only using a little bit of the blade, whereas if I'm like that, you see how much flatter I can get to the wall because this body is out of the way. Okay, enough of that. Let's see what I could do about getting this out of here. Look at that, my battery. Oh no, I thought my battery had run out, and it almost has. It kind of cuts out when it gets low. I might have a few more seconds here before it runs out. And if so, I've got my other battery here. Okay. I wouldn't want to use a little lightweight sawzall all day long or anything. Okay, see, I got that cut off on the top of that. Well, now it's all about getting ready to start pulling these nails out with my cat's paw. And of course, what do you suppose I forgot? It's downstairs. My hammer. I thought, I don't need my hammer. I carry my nail bag just in case I ever need anything. And of course, I didn't put my hammer in my nail bag. Be right back, and we'll get going on taking those nails out of the plywood.